Okay, so let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have discussed about how we can create our Azure account, marketplace subscription. And then we have discussed about what is resource group and what is virtual machine. In today's session, we are going to practically start about how to create a resource group and how to create a virtual machine. But before starting of this particular topic, any question anyone have, please raise your hand. Anyone have any question? No. Look like no one has any question, so we can start with the today's topic where we are going to first learn about how to create a resource group. So let me log into my Azure account. We enter the OTP. Now, to create a resource group, we have two options. The other one option is I can go to resource group option. From there, I can create a resource group. Or the other option is directly while creating a virtual machine, also I can create a resource group. Let me show you both options. Here is it. So while creating a virtual machine, here I have an option of click on create new. So when I just click on create new, enter the name, click on OK, then system will create our resource group. This is one option. Other option is we have a resource group option. So I can go to resource group and here also have an option of create. Subscription by default system is selected. Here I need to give the resource group name and resource group name can be any name. So give the name as group 276. Region, in which region I want to create this resource group, that particular region we need to select here. By default, it is taking East US, so I'll go with the East US. While practice, if you want to select any other, you can select any other also. Click on it. Done. I'm able to create our resource group and here I got the notification also. And I can open this resource group. It's empty right now. So here in this particular option, here I can see how many resources we have under the resource group. Here I can get the count also. We will get here, I can see the list of all the resources, whichever we are going to create under this resource. So we are able to create our resource group. Now what I'm going to do is, Now I'm going to create a Windows virtual machine. So go to virtual machine, click on create virtual machine. Now here I can select the resource group. We are able to select our resource. Now the first thing what we need to do it is we need to give the name of our resource group. So we can give the name of our resource group. Name can be any name. I'm giving VM Win-276. Region, by default system is checking East US, and we need to create our machine in East US because our resource group also is in the East US region. Scroll down. No need to do anything here right now. Now here we have something called image. In our journal language, we call it as operating system, but in Azure, it is called as image. Now to create any of the machine, there are few things which are required. Operating system, CPU, RAM, hard disk. These are the few things which we require to create our server. Even whenever we are buying any laptop or a desktop, these are 4 basic things which every person is checking. Operating system, CPU, RAM, and hard disk. So here we need to select the Windows one. So here we have the image. By default, they are giving me the image as Ubuntu Server 20.04 image. But I want to change it to Windows one. So when I just click there, here I'm getting images. If you want to see some more images, we can click on see all images. Let me click on see all images. When I click on all images, we are under the marketplace. I can just see only Azure services only. It is not showing. It is not showing all images right now. No, look like some filter issue they have. It's not showing all images to us. So let me do again. Okay, so right now we can see from here, whichever we are getting it, I'm going to select Windows Server 2022. I can select here this one. So whatever the image we need to select, that particular image is definitely going to decide by the client. So whatever the image they want to set based on their requirement, we need to select the image, which image we want to select to create this particular virtual machine. I have selected Windows Server 2022 version. So our first step is completed here. Second step, we need to select CPU and RAM. Let's take example, my requirement is 1 CPU and 1 GB of the RAM. I know it's a very low, but right now for this particular virtual machine, this is my requirement. We are just starting our organization. So whenever we are starting it, we always start with the low requirement. So whenever our customer base get increased, whenever the load get increased, at that time we can increase CPU and RAM of our machine. How to increase, we will learn in upcoming session. But for now, I'm going to select this much of requirement. Now, there is no option that I can select CPU and RAM separate. In Azure, it is coming with the combination. That combination is called as size. So here I'm getting these sizes. Click on see all sizes. Here I'm able to see all the sizes. So if I'm going to say by default, it is selecting B1 as size. Here I'm getting CPU and RAM. If I'm going to select B2S, I'll get 2 CPU, 4 GB of the RAM. B4MS, 4 CPU, 16 GB. So like this, we have a lot of types from their side. You will get here. But which one you want to use for your practice purpose? So they will not charge you anything. Like for first 30 days, you can use anyone because you have that 15,800 credit or 200 US dollar credit you have. But after 30 days, you need to make sure you are going to use the free things. Other than they will charge you for that. So which one you can select? B1S. So if you go with B1S, they will not charge you after 30 days also. So in this one, you will get 1 CPU and 1 GB of the RAM. And here we'll get some additional storage of 4 GB. This is local storage. We are getting it of 4 GB. This is not the hard disk actually, which we are going to attach to our virtual machine. That's separate. Other than this one, which I'm going to select, we'll get 4 GB of the storage extra from Azure side. Like if I go with B2MS, I'll get 16 GB. If I go with B4MS, I'll get 32 GB. So they have, based on these sizes, VM sizes, they are giving us some additional storage. Now, right now, I'm going to select B1S. Done. I'm able to select our size B1S. Scroll down. Now here I need to give the username and password. Let me give the username as Azure user. Username can be any name, but make sure your username minimum is 1 character and maximum 20 characters. In your username, you can't use special characters and you can't username where there are some words they have reserved. You can't those as a username. Like root, see, super user, admin, these type of words they have blocked so no one can use this as a user. No. So I'm going to use as Azure user. See, we are able to. Now we need to give the password. For password, do we have some rules here? Yes, we have some rules for the password. Here we have. Out of these 4 following things, you need to use at least 3. 1 upper, 1 lower, 1 number, and 1 special character. And your password must be at least 12 characters long and maximum is 123 characters long. So let me enter my password. I'm able to enter my password. So with the help of this username and password, I can connect to this particular virtual machine. Now, is just creation of our virtual machine is that work? Just we need to create a virtual machine? No. After creation of virtual machine, we need to connect to this virtual machine. Without connecting of this virtual machine, we can't work in this particular virtual machine. So how we can connect to this particular machine, that we will learn later. But to connect to this particular machine, there are few things which we need to enable it. If we are not going to enable those options, we can't connect to this particular virtual machine. So what we need to do is we need to enable RDP port, remote desktop port. We need to enable it. Then we can connect to this particular machine. And you can see here, by default, they are enabling a port number called RDP port number. So if we're going to enable this RDP port number, then we are able to connect to our Windows machine. If you are not going to enable this port number, we can't connect to our Windows machine from our local machine. So if you want to connect to this particular machine from your local machine, it is mandatory to enable the port number. Without enabling of this port number, you can't connect to this machine. And Azure is so smart, they have by default enabled this particular port number. Now, anyone knows the port number for RDP? Can you please confirm in the chat box if anyone knows the port number? Yeah, I got few answers. Few are correct, few are incorrect. A default port number for RDP is 3389. You can see here also with RDP, it is clearly mentioned 3389. Here it is mentioned. So RDP port number is 3389. You need to remember these numbers also. These are very basic interview questions. They can, especially for freshers, they can ask these interview questions. So this particular port number is enabled. So let's just quick recap what we have done here. First, we have selected our resource group. Then we have given the name. Then we have selected our image. Then we have selected our size. And then we have given our username and password. And then we have enabled RDP port. And in the last, we have an option of licensing. If you have your own license, then you can share that particular license with the Azure. Then if you have, you can check this checkbox. With this, you can save 49% of your money to create this virtual machine. Yes, while practice, you don't have any licensing, so you don't need to check this checkbox. But in organization, some of the clients already have. So if they have, they can share that licensing part with the Azure. So automatically in your subscription, they will add that licensing part. Then you can check this checkbox, and then you can save 49% of your billing for this virtual machine. But for practice purpose, you don't need to enable this checkbox. So then click on next for disk. Normally in our language, we call it as hard disk, but in Azure, it is called as disk. So click on disk. Here I am getting OS disk. So the default disk which we are getting like we call it C drive, that particular disk is called as OS disk, operating system disk. And what is the default size they are giving us? 127 GB. So for Windows machine, they are giving us 127 GB. That's a default one. And that's a maximum limit you have for Windows operating system, which is coming under your free tier. If you go with more than 127 GB, they will charge you. But we can maximum give the size of our OS disk is 2 terabyte. This is the maximum limit. But for free tier, you have a maximum limit 127 GB. Now here we have some more option called data disk. And here we have some more tab: networking, management, monitoring, advanced tags. We are not going to discuss these things in one single session. So regarding these tabs, we will move later. We will discuss about later. So after selecting of your disk, click on Review Plus Create. Done. And you can see here, I'm getting this validation pass. Sometimes what happen is you have given the correct details, like whatever the details you have given, those are 100% correct. Sometimes it happen, they'll give you some error message, your validation is failed. So if sometime happen when you're doing practice, just go back to any of the tab and then again click on Review Plus Create. They revalidate your details. So then you will get message as validation passed. But sometime happen, you have given correct details also, then also you are getting validation failed. So don't need to worry about that. Go back to any of the tab, again click on Review Plus Create. So they have validated our details, those are correct. Now I can click on create. So I have clicked on create. Now you can see here, they start creating our resource group. Sorry, resource group is already ready. They start creating our virtual machine under that particular resource group which we have selected. So here is that notification we are getting. So once it is ready, like this proper type of notification we will get. Now, anyone have any question? Please let me know till the time system is creating our virtual machine. Yes, Sangram.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Actually, we have means created the Windows machine, right?
Yes.
So we can also create our means Linux or Unix machine, right? In that.
We'll discuss it after that. Once we create our Windows machine, and then after that we can go with the Linux machines also.
Okay.
I'm going to show you that also.
Okay. Okay. Just doubt I asked.
We will learn, don't worry. We will learn that also in the next topic. That's the next topic we have.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Thanks.
Yes, Afis, you can unmute.
Yeah, the tabs you did not fill shows that there are no obligatory tabs, right? You just
Sorry?
went to, I mean, at the last stage there, you just went to verify and create. It means that the other tabs,
The other tabs we will discuss later.
the,
It's not possible for me to teach you each and every single option in one single session. Even
yeah,
it
but
is
it
not
means that
possible.
the things that were there are not obligatory in creating the virtual machine, right?
Right now, they are not going to do anything. Right now, those are not mandatory. Whatever is required, they are creating automatically. There are networking tab, which is actually very important. We have. Regarding networking
Yeah.
tab, we will discuss it. Don't worry. Okay, that's very
So for the
important.
other tabs, they were just not mandatory, but they were
Right
default
now, those are
values.
not mandatory.
They
Okay,
were default values.
wherever is required, we will discuss it. So just please don't focusing on those things which I'm not teaching right now. Focus on the thing which I'm teaching right now. So it will be easy for you to understand.
Okay,
Okay?
okay. Yeah.
Right. So our virtual machine is ready. You can see here I got the notification, deployment succeed. Now I can go to resource, click on go to resource. Now when I click on go to resource, I'm directly under that particular virtual machine. Or there is one more option we have. I can come to the home page, go to virtual machine, and here I am able to see that virtual machine. In which resource group we have created? Group 276. And here is my subscription name. So let's go to our resource group also. When I go to resource group, this is our resource group which we have created, group 276. And there is one more resource group system is creating with the name Network Watcher RG. What is this Network Watcher RG service? We have a separate service. We will learn that particular service in upcoming session about Network Watcher. So right now, I'm not going to discuss anything about Network Watcher. And now let's go to our group 276. See here. Here I'm able to see total how many resources? 6 resources I'm able to see. We have just created virtual machine, but with virtual machine system is also creating some more resources like public IP, network security group, virtual network, network interface, disk. So to create virtual machine, there are some more things are required. This system is automatically created. And you can see here, these are different types. That is what I have told you in the last session. In one single resource group, we can store different types of resources, I mean different services. So these all are different types we have. So like this, you can store n number of resources in one single resource group. There is no limit we have. Now I can click on this virtual machine. Here we are able to see our virtual machine. Is just creation of virtual machine our work is completed? No. We need to connect to this machine also. But before that, you can see here is our operating system. Here we have the size. Here we have the location. Here we have the status. Here we have the resource group. Here we are able to see subscription. We are able to see the details. And here I have a disk tab. Here I'm able to see OS disk. What is its size? 127 GB. Now, after creation of this virtual machine, what we need to do is we need to connect to this machine. To connect to this machine, we have something called public IP. So whenever we are creating our machine, system is automatically giving us public IP address. So with the help of public IP address, I can connect to this particular machine from any part of the world. So only thing is I just need a public IP, username and password. So here is my username. Sorry, IP address. Now, I got the IP address. Now I need to open remote desktop connection. In your Windows machine, by default, you have remote desktop connection. So just open this one. So if you just search RE, just search RE, here I'm getting. So in the computer option, enter the public IP of our machine. Click on show options, enter your username. Now click on connect. Again, click on connect, asking for password. Okay. Yes. You can see here, I'm able to connect to my Windows virtual machine. If you guys have this IP address, you have username, you have a password, you can also connect to this particular virtual machine. But it's a Windows machine, only one person at a time can connect to this machine, not multiple people. It's not possible. Windows machine will take some time to load. Done. So we are able to connect. Now, any question anyone have, please let me know. Yes, Hafiz.
Yeah, I didn't see where you were taking the RGP. Was it on the virtual machine itself, or
in
is
your
on the general dashboard?
You're using which operating system?
No, I'm asking if you took it from the main dashboard or you opened the virtual machine before connecting.
I'm asking you which operating system you are using.
Windows.
Okay, so in your Windows machine, you just search RE. Here you are getting remote desktop connection.
Okay, at this level, you are not yet related to the virtual machine you created? Or is the IP address that would determine that is the virtual machine that you created?
This is the IP address of this virtual machine.
Ah, okay. I see.
So with
Because I
the help
wanted to
of
know
this,
how related your new virtual machine is to the connection that
so
you are trying to do.
to connect to this virtual machine, I need the public IP. It's mandatory. Without
Okay.
public IP, I can't connect to this machine.
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
No, it's okay. No, so from there, when you get the IP, where do you go? You can use search.
Sorry?
When you have the public IP, then you have to search the RDP, right?
You just need to open the RDP. No, port number needs to be enabled while creating a machine.
No, I know. So I'm talking when you get the IP, what is the next step? When you have the IP, public IP, you go to where?
Remote desktop connection.
Okay, you search.
In remote desktop connection, need to enter the public IP, give your username, click on connect, enter your password, again click on connect. You are able to connect to this machine like I have done right now.
Okay, thank you.
You can see here, I'm able to connect to this machine. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Sanjay.
That I just want to know the same page where we see the public IP and the public private IP. So,
Regarding private IP, we'll discuss in our upcoming session, Sanjay. We have a
okay.
per topic.
Okay.
When we talk about, we have a topic on networking. Actually, tab which I'm talking about, it's very important. At that time, we will
Okay.
discuss about the network private IP, how we get
Okay.
private IP, why I'm getting 10.0.024. What is it? There is
No, 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 no.
specific
My point,
reasons behind that.
no, my point was that if we try to connect with the private IP, can we connect or not?
Right now, it's not possible. So whatever the information I have transferred to you, right now, it's not possible.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. We will discuss more in upcoming session. Okay. So when we'll discuss more, then you can connect with private IP also. Yes, Devakar.
Yeah, hi. Regarding that RDP port 8839, it is for default or we can use
It's
custom
a
one also?
default. It's a default port number.
We can't
389 is a
able.
default port number.
Okay, we can't able to use custom port numbers for RDP, right?
No, you want to change, you can change it. But that's a default port number. You need to do some changes. You need to enable a custom port also with 3389. You need to enable one custom port, and then you need to do some changes in your Windows machine after connect. While creating, there is no option. While creating, you need to select the default one. And after creation, you can select a custom port number, and then you need to do some changes in your machine. That's possible. For that one, how to do changes in machine, you need to know Windows administrator part.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Hafiz.
Yeah, so you did RDP. Are there other means of connecting other than RDP?
Right now, there is only one. For Windows, there is only one way. There is one more way we have called Bastion also. Regarding Bastion, Bastion host. We will discuss once we come to networking topic.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone have any more question, please let me know. Okay, no more question. Yes, Srinivas, you can unmute.
Yeah, hi. Actually, my question
Hi.
is that currently I'm working on middleware side. That is so.
Sorry.
Actually, currently I'm working on middleware side. Middleware that is IAS.
Okay.
So my now I would like to switch to Azure. So as a part of middleware, if we coming to interview point, what they will expect is I'm learn to everything, each and everything here, or
For
admin level.
Middleware part, you need to specially know the DevOps part.
Okay.
DevOps they needs to know for middleware person. But to know DevOps, you need to have some Azure knowledge also.
Okay.
Okay, they are expecting a person who needs to have DevOps knowledge, especially for middleware previous experience.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Thank you. Oh. Yes, Hafiz.
Yeah, is middleware a type of virtual machine? What's the difference between middleware and virtual machine?
What is the difference between?
Middleware and virtual machine. Is middleware?
Sorry, I'm not able to understand. What is the difference between?
Middleware and virtual machine.
What is the difference between middleware and virtual machine?
Yeah, is middleware a type of VM?
Middleware is a different service, not a virtual machine. It's a completely different thing.
Okay.
It's not a virtual machine.
So
okay?
for practice purpose, can you make the screenshots and put arrows on where to click on the slide?
It is there in the PPT. So the PPT which I'm going to share with you, it is there.
With arrows on where to click, what to add and what not to add?
No, it's not with the arrows. It is with the steps. If you want that document, you will get a document at the end of the training. At the end of the training, when we complete this complete batch, then you
Yeah.
will get a document from my side, which I have informed you the document. This is the document actually which I'm going to share with you guys. This document. In this document, you have an option where to click. That's a 763 page document. There you will get where to click. With that, you will get it. But this document I'm not going to share now. This document
Okay.
I'm going to share at the end of this batch. Like here right now, click on create.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. That's
So
great.
this type of this document you will not get right now. This document you will get at the end of this batch. Means after 45 days, you will get this document. Just for practice
But
purpose right
it's good
now.
for practice. Why are you not sharing to those who pay now? It's good
Right
for
now,
practice.
right now, if you am going to share, you'll depend completely dependent on that document. And if you completely dependent on that document, you will not use your brain. I don't want my students to do those
Yes.
things. Okay. Yeah, I want you to do some your efforts.
Okay.
Otherwise, students will not use their efforts. And if you're not going to use their effort, you will not learn something.
Yeah.
Am I right or not? Okay. So I want you to use these PPTs, which I'm going to share with you.
Yeah.
And use your efforts also. Watch the video. In the video, I'm showing you each and every step. That's why we are sharing the videos with you. That's the main reason to share videos and notes. Okay. So you need to use some your efforts also to learn something.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so the document you will get, but not now, at the end of the batch. Okay, so here I'm able to create our Windows virtual machine. Now let's take example. We have completed our practice for the day. So what we need to do? We need to delete this virtual machine. Or there is one more option we have. We can stop this machine. So for stop this machine, they are not going to charge us. They will not charge us for the stop machine. Stop is like a shutdown. I can shut down this machine, and whenever I need in future, I can start this machine again. But this particular option, we only use it whenever we need that machine in upcoming days in our practice. But I don't need this machine anymore. So whenever you guys are practicing it, I'm requesting you to delete those machines. So because whenever you need machine again, you will again create. So with the help of that, you can easily remember these steps. So what are the things you have selected? So it will be a good practice for you. So what I can do is I can delete a machine here. Here I have a delete option. But what I want to do is I want to delete all the resources. So to create our virtual machine, Windows machine, system has created total 6 resources. I want to delete all these 6 resources. The first option is I can delete all these 6 resources one by one. I can go to that particular resource and then click on delete. And then again, I go to another resource and then I can click on delete. But if I'm deleting one by one, it will take a lot of time for us to delete these 6 resources one by one. So what we need to do it? So all the resources will delete in one single go. We can delete our resource group. So if we delete our resource group, under the resources, whatever the resources you have, system will delete all the resources. So I'm going to click on delete resource group. And then I need to give the group name. So from here, I can copy the group name, paste here, and click on delete. Once I click on delete, system will delete all the resources first, and then they will delete the resource group. Look like someone has question. Yes, Divakar, you can unmute.
Yeah, we have created a Windows VM, right? In production
Mhm.
also, it will create every Windows machine. It will create 6 resources, right?
No, every Windows machine is not going to create 6 resources. The
Okay.
reason is
Actually,
because the
we
virtual network. System is not going
okay.
to create multiple virtual networks. There is only one virtual network we need.
Okay, if you have any virtual network, so that time it will create only virtual machine, not in the virtual network, right?
Yes, a virtual network, they're not going to create multiple. There's only one virtual network we need. Yeah, it can be some possible. We need multiple virtual machines. So, sorry, virtual network. So in that
Mhm.
particular case, we can first separate create a virtual network, then we'll create a virtual machine.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yes, Rajiv.
Yeah, public IP address, network security group, virtual network, and network interface and disk. It's all are dependency, no, for a VM, for that VM.
Yes, correct.
So, but
That
it
is why
should be.
system is creating automatically.
Yeah, understood. So that's why I asked you, if I delete the virtual machine, the dependency should delete. Why it is we have to select one by one?
System is not going to delete.
Then
Deletion is
otherwise,
not possible.
yeah. Otherwise, how can we use that other VM dependency for other VM? I
can use the same network security group for multiple virtual machines.
Yeah, that is security group. Okay, we will create and we add for whatever we want the virtual machine to add. We can add it later. Okay, but this all are basic dependency now.
But
Public
system
IP.
is not deleting it, Rajiv.
Mhm.
System is not deleting it, all the dependency.
So we
While
can use
creating,
the
let me complete. While creating a virtual machine, there's an option called disk also that delete on termination. I have checked the checkbox. But let's say example, if I uncheck the checkbox, system is not going to delete a disk. Disk they will delete right now because we have checked the checkbox. But if I uncheck the checkbox, they will not delete a disk also for us.
Okay, fine. The disk, okay, disk there is a data. If anything in data, that means we can take it also, no problem. But the other dependency, it is
They
a
are not
default
deleting,
dependency.
Rajiv. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Please try to understand me. They are not
No,
deleting
no,
it.
I
That is why I'm
understand, sir.
telling you to delete a resource group after your practice. So it will be easy for you to do practice.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
What I am thinking is,
I
in
understand
future,
what you are thinking, but they are not deleting it everything.
okay, fine.
Okay. So that's what I'm telling you. Once you complete your practice, delete the resource group. So it will be easy for you to complete your practice.
Yeah, correct, sir.
Okay, I don't want you to waste time on single things because deletion is not mandatory because in
Mandatory.
organizations we are not deleting it.
Yeah, yes.
In real organization we are not deleting everything.
Yeah,
Some very rare things, very rare things we are deleting it. Okay,
yeah.
so
Okay.
just for just giving you a shortcut, wait, once you complete your practice, delete resource group, that's done.
Fine.
Okay.
Thank you. Fine.
Yes, Sangram.
Hi sir. Suppose actually we have created under one resource group. We have created 5 virtual machine. Okay.
Okay.
So actually at that time it will be a problem, right? Suppose I need to delete only one virtual machine.
So in that
Suppose
case, you are not going to delete resource group, Sangram.
okay, only
Definitely, you're
the
not going to delete resource group because if you delete resource group, system will delete all your resources. In that
yes,
case, you need to delete that specific machine. Like you can go to that machine and then click on delete, which I was showing you earlier.
okay. That particular machine need to be
Yeah,
deleted. Okay.
definitely,
Then
yes. If you delete resource
then
group, it will delete all.
all yes. Then if we delete the means particular virtual machine, then related resources then related things
It
will
will
be
delete a
deleted,
virtual
right?
machine and it will delete a disk only. Other resources, it is not going to delete. Those you need to delete it manually, like IP address, you need to delete manually.
Okay.
Okay, NSG you
Okay.
need to, if it's not linked with any other virtual machine, you need to delete it manually. Network interface, you need to delete it manually.
Manually. Okay. Everything we
Okay,
need to delete manually. Okay.
yes. Disk system will delete.
Okay. Yeah, means if
Okay.
we delete the virtual machine, only the disks and disk things it will be deleted, right?
Yes, even for that one there is a reason that why they will delete a disk only, because while creating our virtual machine, we have we didn't touch that checkbox. There is one checkbox we have, delete with VM. That box is checked. So if you delete
Okay.
a VM, then they will delete this disk also. If I uncheck this checkbox, even if I delete this VM, they are not going to delete this VM. Sorry, disk.
Disk. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that checkbox is checked. That's why they are going to delete the disk.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Now, one important point. Once you click on delete for your resource group, so copy the resource group name. Once you click on delete, again it is asking us to delete, and make sure till the time you will not get a proper notification. Right now it's showing us as deleting in progress. We are getting it. Till that time we are not getting it this type of notification. Don't close your browsers. What students are doing mistake is they just click on delete and shut down their laptop or close your browser. Don't do that. Till the time you're not getting a proper notification, it is deleted. Don't close your browser, because if you close your browser, it stops there. Now, system is also creating one more resource group with the name Network Watcher RG. I have told you about Network Watcher service. We will discuss. This is a separate topic we have in our training. So just copy the resource group name and delete this one also. Delete. Delete. So now system is start deleting our both the resource group. This will take some time, 5 to 7 minutes it will take. Then you will get a notification, deleted successfully. Proper notification you will get. Then you can close your browser, or you want to shut down your laptop, you can do that. Now, any question anyone wants to ask, please quickly raise your hand. Anyone have any question? Yes, Deepak. Deepak, you have raised your hand. You need to unmute yourself to ask your question.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, yes, Deepak.
While I'm paying the fees, the transaction is declined. I
You
just want to know.
from which
I am
country,
from India.
Deepak?
I'm from India.
Okay, by using which mode you are making the payment?
I'm using card, my debit card.
So what is that error message you are getting it?
Transaction is declined. You need to enable some option is there.
You are right now you are in India, you are out of India right now,
No, right now I'm in India.
and you are using your India card.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can pay by using UPI also.
Okay.
There's an option called UPI. You will get a UPI option. You can pay, so directly it will deduct from your bank account.
Okay.
Okay,
No
so
issue.
that is option also you have.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Afis, you can unmute. Afis, I'm waiting for your question. Atul, you can unmute.
Hi. Actually, I want to go for this Azure DevOps certification, and I'm new to Azure completely. So, what do you suggest? First, should I go through this Azure admin course and certification, and then go for DevOps, or can I directly go for DevOps also?
Let me show you something. Here's it. This is the certification path you have it. If I talk about
Okay.
DevOps one, here is coming DevOps. DevOps is coming under
It comes in as
expert. So it
expert.
is mandatory to have any of these two certification, associate one,
Okay.
to go with DevOps. So there are any two, AZ104 or AZ204. This course which you are right now, we are teaching you is AZ104. With AZ104, you have two options. You can go with expert architect level or DevOps. But if you go with in Azure DevOps, you have only one option. You can go with only with the DevOps.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the path you need to follow.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yes, Neeraj.
Yeah, hi. So, when we create multiple virtual machines, so do we also need to create multiple networks, or can we use it in the same network group?
System is network watcher resource group you're talking about, Neeraj?
So, for
You're talking
example,
network watcher resource group or which thing, Neeraj?
yeah. So currently, you created one virtual machine, and we had to create a network security group for that, right?
Sorry, we are talking about network watcher resource group, I think so.
Yeah.
Am I right? This particular resource group, we didn't create. The system is automatically creating. And there will be only one resource group with the name network watcher RG. You can use
Okay.
same region or multiple regions.
Okay. So if we create multiple virtual machines, so these will be automatically created on their own.
Only one system is creating.
Okay. Okay.
System is automatic creating. System is not going to create multiple network watcher resource group. That's what I'm saying. You can use one single region or multiple region also. There will be always a one network watcher resource group. But if you
Okay.
open the network watcher resource group, under that you will see which are the regions you are using right now. You will get information under that. Okay.
Okay. No, so I was actually asking, like, for example, when we created this virtual machine, you created this public IP address, you created this network security group, right? So when we
NSG,
create
yes.
virtual machines for that also, what will happen?
By default, whenever you are creating a new virtual machine, system will create a new network security group by
Okay.
default.
All right.
But we have an option. I can use the existing NSG also for the same machine. So same NSG can be linked to multiple virtual machines also. How to
All
do,
right.
I'll show you in upcoming session.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Yes, Afis.
Why is it that you have virtual machine up here and virtual machine down?
Sorry?
On these Azure services that you are showing us, there's virtual machine up here and
Yes.
virtual machine. Okay, it's virtual networks, not machine.
I have shown virtual machine right now. Yes.
Okay, it's
What is your
okay.
question here?
So if I am trying to pay and I have difficulty, how do I contact your administrators?
You can contact WhatsApp group admins. Are you in the WhatsApp community?
Yeah.
Of 276 batch?
Yeah.
So you can contact admins, or even they have shared that details in this WhatsApp community also.
Okay.
Okay, you can contact any of the 2%. Here are their numbers. I'm sharing their numbers in the chat box. You can note down, drop a WhatsApp message, they'll reply you there. Or you can also email us also on our support email ID.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Or my team has already shared the details in the WhatsApp community also. Anyone have any more question, please let me know, or we can end this session here. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn about how to create a Linux machines. So I'm going to show you, there are two ways we have for Linux, how to connect our machine. We can connect our machine by using password also, or by using SSH key also. For Windows, we have only one option. I can only generate a password. But for Linux, we have two options. We will learn about both the option. We can connect our machine by password also. We can connect our machine by using SSH key also. Yes, Hafiz.
Yes, this screen that you're showing right now, is it the course outline?
Sorry?
The screen that you were just showing, the black screen there, that you were showing us how to connect to Linux machine, is that the course outline?
Linux, we will learn in tomorrow's session.
Yeah, I mean, all these things that are lined up here, are they the things that we'll learn in this course?
I
And this,
understand your question.
all these ones that you have, that you are showing on your screen,
These
are
are
they the,
PPTs I'm going to use in this training.
yeah, I'm saying that are they the topics that we will study in this course?
Yes, these are the topics and that's a part of the course content.
Okay.
All the topics are mentioned in the course content.
Can you cover all this in 45 days?
Yes. That's why it is mentioned in the course content.
Okay.
Okay, and don't worry about 45 days. Our task is to complete all topics. If it takes more than 45 days, I'm going with that.
Okay.
First, if your doubts are clear, that's more important. Okay,
That's
if you have
interesting.
questions, that's type of, because usually in one day I can cover two types of virtual machine, but today we have just completely one type of virtual machine because you guys have questions. So that's also
Okay.
more important. If you guys can't ask questions, there is no reason to attend live training.
So after this, can you go to the next Azure expert if we finish this?
After that, if you want to join, you can join another batch for Azure DevOps also.
No, the Azure DevOps. So is this one Azure expert already?
That's DevOps one. Azure
So,
DevOps, I'm teaching it.
okay, is DevOps that is the expert?
Yeah, DevOps is coming under expert part.
So there's nothing under expert. If you don't do DevOps, will you have this one as expert? We don't know in DevOps.
So in DevOps, there's an expert that DevOps is directly coming under expert part. There is no associate we have for DevOps. Here is it. You can see there is directly we have here DevOps. This is the one.
Yeah, but I'm talking about expert.
And expert 2 we have now. This is what I'm teaching it. Azure DevOps Engineer, AZ400. This is expert.
Yeah.
So
So this
this one,
Azure 3056 is
no,
what?
this one I'm not teaching it. This one I'm not teaching it. I'm teaching this one. I'm teaching as per the market requirement. More requirements are for DevOps one rather than this solution architect expert.
Architect, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but in your school, will we get Azure Solution Architect too that we can pay after and
Which
study?
AZ3056 you're talking about?
I'm asking if it will be available after.
If it's available, then yes, you can join the course. That's a separate course.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Sangram.
Actually, your next Azure DevOps batch will start on the March 10th, right?
After 10th of March, date is not yet finalized, but yes, after 10th of March, I can plan it because from 10th of March, time zone is going to be changed. So
Okay.
I'm going to plan. And if I talk about that will be as per the India timing, it will be morning. As per India timing, and as per US, it will be evening.
Okay.
Okay, that
So,
is sure, but exact time I can't commit right now.
okay. So, this course is started. So, can I parallel do that one? Means this associate, this one
It's
and that
completely
one.
up to you, Sangram, because the main important thing is you need to practice. You can learn two courses. If you have a time for practice, you can. If you don't have, go one by one. It's completely up to you, Sangram.
Okay.
Okay.
On actually, when it is your next batch? Means Azure DevOps. DevOps
That's what I'm
means.
saying. From the 10th of March, after 10th of March, I'm going to start.
Okay, but this course will end at March end or 45 days
Means once we complete this one, then we'll start another one. Means
another.
same time it will start Azure DevOps. I hope so, but I can't right now think about those things. If it's
Okay.
possible, I can start it. Means at same time.
Okay.
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 Thank you.
Right. Thanks.
Anyone have any more question? Okay. So look like no one has any more questions. So with this, I can end this session here. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn about how to create a Linux virtual machine, and then we can start with the Linux commands. Thank you all. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank you.